Introduction to influenza. Influenza, commonly known as the flu, is a highly contagious viral respiratory illness that affects millions of people worldwide every year. It is caused by influenza viruses, which primarily infect the nose, throat, and lungs. Although influenza is often confused with the common cold, it is a much more severe illness that can lead to serious complications, hospitalization, and even death, particularly in vulnerable populations such as young children, the elderly, pregnant women, and individuals with weakened immune systems. Influenza is not just a seasonal inconvenience, but a significant global public health concern. Throughout history, influenza pandemics have caused widespread illness and mortality, demonstrating the virus's ability to mutate and spread rapidly among humans. Understanding influenza in depth requires knowledge of what it is, how it spreads, how it affects the body, what symptoms it causes, how it is treated, and how it can be prevented. What is influenza? Influenza is an acute viral infection caused by viruses belonging to the orthomyxoviridae family. These viruses are classified into influenza A, B, C, and D, although influenza A and B are responsible for most human infections and seasonal flu outbreaks. Influenza A viruses are especially important because they are capable of infecting both humans and animals, including birds and pigs. This ability allows influenza A viruses to undergo genetic changes that can lead to pandemics, which are global outbreaks of disease. Influenza B viruses mainly infect humans and tend to cause seasonal epidemics but not pandemics. Influenza C causes mild illness and is not a major public health concern, while influenza D primarily affects cattle and does not infect humans. What makes influenza particularly dangerous is its ability to change its genetic structure frequently, which allows it to evade the immune system. This is why people can get the flu multiple times during their lives, and why new flu vaccines must be developed every year. The influenza virus and its structure. The influenza virus is a microscopic particle composed of genetic material surrounded by a protective protein coat. Its genetic material is RNA, not DNA, which makes it more prone to mutation. The virus is enclosed in a lipid envelope that contains two critical surface proteins known as hemagglutinin, HA, and neuraminidase, NA. Hemagglutinin allows the virus to attach to and enter human cells, particularly cells lining the respiratory tract. Neuraminidase helps newly formed viruses exit infected cells and spread to other cells. Changes in these proteins are responsible for different flu strains, such as H1N1 or H3N2. The constant small changes in these proteins, known as antigenic drift, cause seasonal flu outbreaks. Occasionally, a major change called antigenic shift occurs, which can create a completely new virus strain to which humans have little or no immunity. This can result in a pandemic, such as the 1918 Spanish flu or the 2009 H1N1 outbreak. How influenza happens and how it spreads. Influenza occurs when the virus enters the human body and begins replicating inside respiratory cells. The virus spreads primarily through respiratory droplets that are released when an infected person coughs, sneezes, talks, or even breathes. These droplets can be inhaled by nearby individuals or land on surfaces such as doorknobs, phones, or tables. When a person touches a contaminated surface and then touches their nose, mouth, or eyes, the virus can enter the body. Influenza is particularly contagious because infected individuals can spread the virus one day before symptoms appear in up to 7 days after becoming sick. Crowded environments such as schools, offices, public transportation, and hospitals provide ideal conditions for influenza transmission. Cold weather also contributes indirectly, as people spend more time indoors with limited ventilation, making it easier for the virus to spread. Incubation period and disease progression. The incubation period of influenza is usually 1 to 4 days, with an average of about 2 days. During this time, the virus multiplies rapidly inside the body without causing noticeable symptoms. Once the virus reaches a certain level, the immune system recognizes the infection and begins responding, which leads to the sudden onset of symptoms. Influenza is known for its abrupt and intense onset, unlike the common cold, which develops gradually. Symptoms can become severe within hours and may last for several days to 2 weeks, depending on the individual's immune response and overall health. Symptoms of influenza. The symptoms of influenza are caused not only by the virus itself, but also by the body's immune response to the infection. Common symptoms include high fever, often ranging between 38 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius, accompanied by chills and sweating. Severe headaches and muscle aches are characteristic of influenza and can affect the entire body. Individuals with influenza frequently experience extreme fatigue and weakness, which can persist even after other symptoms have improved. Dry cough, sore throat, and runny or congested nose are common respiratory symptoms. Some people, particularly children, may experience nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, although these are less common in adults. In severe cases, influenza can lead to shortness of breath, chest pain, confusion, and persistent vomiting, which are warning signs requiring immediate medical attention. How influenza affects the human body. Influenza primarily attacks the respiratory system, but its effects can extend throughout the entire body. Once the virus enters the respiratory tract, it infects epithelial cells lining the airways. These cells are responsible for producing mucus and protecting the lungs from pathogens. When they are damaged or destroyed by the virus, the airways become inflamed and less effective at clearing harmful particles. The immune system responds by releasing cytokines and inflammatory chemicals, which help fight the virus but also cause many flu symptoms. This inflammatory response leads to fever, muscle pain, fatigue, and loss of appetite. In some cases, an excessive immune reaction known as a cytokine storm can cause severe tissue damage and life-threatening complications. Influenza can also weaken the immune system temporarily, making the body more susceptible to secondary bacterial infections, such as pneumonia, sinus infections, and ear infections. Complications of influenza. While many people recover from influenza without lasting effects, the disease can cause serious complications, especially in high-risk individuals. One of the most common and dangerous complications is pneumonia, which can be caused either by the influenza virus itself or by bacteria that take advantage of weakened lungs. Other complications include bronchitis, worsening of chronic medical conditions such as asthma, heart disease, or diabetes, and inflammation of the heart, myocarditis, brain, encephalitis, or muscles, myositis. In rare cases, influenza can lead to multi-organ failure or death, particularly when treatment is delayed or the individual has underlying health conditions. Diagnosis of influenza. Influenza is often diagnosed based on clinical symptoms, especially during flu season. However, laboratory tests can confirm the diagnosis. These tests include rapid influenza diagnostic tests, which provide results within minutes, and molecular tests, which are more accurate but may take longer. Accurate diagnosis is important for deciding whether antiviral treatment is appropriate and for preventing unnecessary use of antibiotics, which are ineffective against viruses. Treatment and cure of influenza. There is no absolute cure that instantly eliminates influenza, but the illness can be effectively managed and treated. Most healthy individuals recover with rest, hydration, and supportive care. Drinking fluids helps prevent dehydration, while rest allows the immune system to fight the virus efficiently. Antiviral medications, such as oseltamivir and zanamivir, can reduce the severity and duration of influenza if taken within 48 hours of symptom onset. These medications work by inhibiting neuraminidase, preventing the virus from spreading inside the body. Antibiotics are not effective against influenza, as it is a viral infection. They are only used if a bacterial complication develops. Fever and pain can be managed with medications such as paracetamol or ibuprofen, although aspirin should not be given to children due to the risk of Reye's syndrome. Prevention of influenza. The most effective way to prevent influenza is through annual vaccination. The flu vaccine stimulates the immune system to produce antibodies against the most likely circulating virus strains. Although the vaccine is not 100% effective, it significantly reduces the risk of severe illness, hospitalization, and death. Good hygiene practices also play a crucial role in prevention. Regular hand washing with soap, covering the mouth and nose when coughing or sneezing, avoiding close contact with sick individuals, and disinfecting frequently touched surfaces help reduce transmission. Maintaining a strong immune system through proper nutrition, adequate sleep, regular exercise, and stress management further lowers the risk of infection and improves recovery if illness occurs. Influenza in global and public health context. Influenza places a significant burden on healthcare systems worldwide, particularly during seasonal epidemics. Public health organizations monitor influenza activity continuously to identify emerging strains and guide vaccine development. Pandemic preparedness is an essential part of influenza control, as new strains can emerge unexpectedly. Surveillance, rapid response, vaccination programs, and public education are key strategies used to reduce the impact of influenza on society. Conclusion: influenza is a complex, highly contagious viral disease that affects the respiratory system and can have serious consequences for individuals and communities. It is caused by rapidly mutating viruses that spread easily through respiratory droplets and close contact. The disease produces sudden and intense symptoms due to both viral damage and the body's immune response. While most people recover fully, influenza can lead to severe complications and death, particularly in vulnerable populations. Effective management involves early recognition, supportive care, antiviral treatment when appropriate, and prevention through vaccination and hygiene. A thorough understanding of influenza empowers individuals and societies to reduce its spread, minimize its impact, and protect public health, making education and awareness as important as medical intervention. Stay informed, stay healthy, and remember that a little awareness can make a big difference. Thank you for watching.